Hello everyone, Michael here with the Daily Notes YouTube channel. Today I want to show you what used to be called Popup Note for the Galaxy Note 2. It has been changed to Action Memo, but it works just about the same except it has gained some cool features that I want to show you. So I have default settings still set on my device. So when I pull the pen out, it unlocks the screen, it pops up this air command thing, and I can access the Popup Note, which is now called Action Memo. Or if you have the S Pen out, you could just double tap on it. And there you go. So you could write as usual. But I want to show you a couple of differences. The eraser, when you just click on the letter, it removes the whole letter. Right? And I think that's really cool. I think that is an improvement. Another new great addition is if you have notes that you were working on before, you don't have to write a new one. You could just hit that menu button. And then you could just continue on with the memo that you had. Okay, you can save it. But one thing it doesn't do, surprisingly, I'm going to bring a note up and I'm going to write something. It used to close and save when I used to insert the S Pen. It no longer does that. Maybe it's a feature I can change, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it automatically saves, which I thought was a cool feature on the Notes too, but it doesn't do it here. So let me show you a couple of more things. Here are some really cool ways to use Popup Memo. And I think it really makes sense to use it like this because, you know, a lot of times you are taking down somebody's name and phone number and you really don't have time to break out that contact list, type in the number, type in the name. You know, you could just whip your S Pen out and just write the name and phone number. So I will write Jenny, number is. Okay, so say that you wrote that and you could go to this button and you could call her, right? It recognized the number and you could see that there's this little post-it note thing here. When you hit that again, your note is still there. So let's check out our other options. You could add that to contacts. So I'm going to add that to my device. And what do you know? It got the name and you got the number, which is really cool. And let's continue. You could text message her and you could just write out your messages, hit send. Okay, that's a no-brainer. Okay, if it does have an email address, mike@mike.com. See how it does with that. Okay, so it got the email address, but I'll admit I had to write the email address a couple of times to show you this example because my handwriting is not that great. So make sure you write legibly. It can't work miracles, especially if you can't make out what you wrote previously. Okay, and let's go to the next one. See that you wrote down a meeting place that you were gonna meet your friend, but you don't exactly know where it is. See, it's in and out Hollywood. Okay, let's see if we can find that. Oops, I meant to go to maps, but as you could see, it did actually find the location. And of course it found it. There's the high school, there's Hollywood Boulevard. There we go. So it looks like it found it with no problem. So I think there's a lot of potential here. So let's look at the last option we saw on there, which was make a task list. So say that you just remembered that almost 6 months ago you filed a tax extension and you really need to do it by October 15th. Well, better write that down and set an alarm on that baby. Okay, and then say you gotta pick up dry cleaning. Okay, and let's see how it does. Yeah, I really like what Samsung did here. And don't look at it as something you write and then you do. Is a really powerful way to read your notes back and do something with it, or to file them, right? You can make a contact with them, or you could actually call them after you look up their phone number that you've written. and you don't have to type it in. You just let it do its thing. Wow, I think there are some really powerful uses here. I want to talk about one last thing. Say that you're at your lock screen here and you haven't really done your unlock pattern to unlock your device, and you've got what looks like Action Memo open. Well, it looks a little different. It's missing those cool features because you need to have unlocked your phone before you could access any of those features. Also, to get a list of your notes that you've written previously, you would have to be the owner of this device to access that information. So it makes sense that you can't access them. At the lock screen, you are limited to only writing notes. After you unlock it, you could access Action Memo, and then you can do something about it. So that's a brief look at Action Memo. I think you could briefly resize here. You can't really size it any bigger than that though. And then in this little plus button, it'll save it and it'll create a new memo. That's it for Action Memo. I really love the improvements, and it is a welcome addition to what we had on the Notes 2. So anyway, if you haven't been to my channel yet, please check out my other videos on the Note 2 and 3, and make sure you subscribe for upcoming videos. Once again, thank you for watching.